Hello, everyone.
Love you 3,000!
Ano habak 3,000 from UAE?
Love you 3,000!
Tiamo 3,000.
Para kami dahil 3,000.
Welcome to another edition of Coach Miranda Minor's Daily Technical Charting, Fundamentals, Improvement of Trading Quotient, and everything about crypto all in one channel. You need to take time to find your bread and butter trade. Ang focus is very important. Dahan-dahanin mo, wag ka mafo-FOMO. Diba? I always tell you to trust the system. No, I want you to wait for a confirmation candle. Wait for this line to be broken. To never, ever do shortcuts in trading.
Kaya ang galing-galing talaga pag natutunan mo yung tinuturo ni Coach bago na-i-apply mo. Bago yung patient lang, yung patient tsaka yung discipline.
Si Coach kasi, he's not just a content creator. Talagang mentor siya. Pinaglalaanan niya ng oras lahat ng videos niya. Not for him, not to get subscribers, pero para matuto tayo, para maging profitable tayo kagaya niya. Sobrang amazing lang kasi konti lang yung taong gano'n na hindi madamot, na hindi niya sasalilinin kung paano siya mag-earn ng pera. Si Coach kasi mas gusto niya pang i-share yung blessings niya.
Nag-decide ako i-PM po kayo, nag-enroll po ako sa inyo sa beginner class. Ginawa ko po talaga everyday 3 to 4 videos na sa YouTube ang pinapanood ko, tapos ninonote ko pa talaga lahat.
Magpahinga ka. Hindi tatakbo yung market, hindi mauubos yung trade setup na yan. Find that bread and butter setup. Vulnerability in trading is our most accurate measurement of trading quotient. You have yet to see your success. You have yet to see your millions. Andiyan dyan na. Are you going to give up today? Or are you going to use the word not yet?
Hi, I'm Sheila and I'm an OFW from Thailand. I can't remember exactly how I discovered Coach Miranda's channel, but I've been a subscriber since June. I didn't really have a trading system before, and since I have a day job, pag sumisilip ako sa charts tapos may mga lumilipad na coins, papasukin ko agad siya with high leverage. Minsan nananalo, pero pag natatalo, ubos lahat. So, nag-binge watch ako ng videos ni Coach and then enrolled sa beginner's class. One of the most aha moments for me is yung fib talaga. Ang galing ng pagka-explain ni Coach sa kanya, tapos super powerful and amazing niya for bounce, breakout, breakdown, at saka mga untog na areas. So, after the class, Superman syndrome nga, ang hirap niyang i-control. So, tuloy-tuloy pa din ako. Until one day, I've decided na this has to stop. So, I stopped, took a break, reflect, and continue on watching the live of Coach. So, nag-announce si Coach about the mentoring session, and then I decided to give it another try. Naglagay ako ng certain amount of money and told myself na okay, this is what I'm willing to lose. So, it's either i-Superman ko siya or pag-aralan ko ng mabuti yung system para mapalaki ko siya. Then, nag-start ang mentoring session ko with Sir Luke. First, tinulungan niya ako kung anong trade setups works best for me. And then, inaral ko siya. Throughout the sessions, I kept on asking questions and ginaid niya talaga ako and showed me my blind spots. So, I'm not that confident yet. Kakabawi ko lang sa losses ko, but soon I will be profitable too. What made Coach Miranda stand out and different from others, beside him teaching us technical and fundamental analysis, I can feel how he really cares and wants us to learn. More on his culture of malasakit and ang pag-real talk niya lagi sa atin. So, don't give up and invest on knowledge. Continue watching the videos of Coach and his life at ang number one and most important talaga is discipline. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Coach Miranda Minor, Sir Luke, and to the other mentors. Just keep on learning and I love you 3,000 ka Miranda.
Hey, how are you? Do you know that Coach Miranda Minor and Global Miranda Minor Group is going to launch its very own non-fungible art token very, very soon? Yes, oo naman. And the difference this time is there's gonna be a utility on the NFT. O sa mga Kamiranda Solid ka-fanatics dyan, abangan nyo na at malapit na ito because we have prepared a very, very good-looking NFT art para lang sa'yo. And of course, meron din utility yan. Ang utility kasi, ito yung gamit ng isang NFT aside from it being very JPEG. Handa ka na ba makita kung ano ang klaseng raccoon na pwede maging NFT? Are you willing to see the raccoon millionaires very, very soon? Ako, I'm very, very excited ka Miranda. So, antayin natin. Watch out for it. And I'm looking forward to having you in my grand day launch. And of course, you taking advantage on the first very few pieces ASAP. Alright? Once again, Coach Miranda Minor will launch very soon our very own NFT art here in Global Miranda Minor Group YouTube channel. Thank you! Congratulations to the Trends in Crypto and NFT winners from the Ateneo de Naga students, Raymond John Vidola, Jack Ivan Odal, and of course, speaking of congratulations, they are very deserving to receive a congratulations for beginner class batch 26 and intermediate class batch 18. We're so proud of you and we look forward to seeing all of your profitable trades. I love you guys. 3,000. Thank you. Miranda Minor, and I have a latest announcement for you. Alam mo ba, we have a new partner in G-Exchange. And alam mo ba, because they are our latest partner, meron kaming pa-prize and raffle para sa inyo. Unang-una, just visit www.pdax.ph and create an account. Magagawa mo ng account, please redeem your code and use the word Coach Miranda para manalo ka ng 50 pesos to be credited in your account in a couple of days. Pagkatapos nito, if you want to earn and more prizes, Then, what you just need to do is after my live every day, mag-comment ka lang doon sa actual YouTube video na naka-upload na, hindi itong video natin ngayon, okay? And what you have learned, sulat mo lang doon with the hashtag PDAX Empowered Pinoy. Ganun lang kadali. Oo. And of course, winners gonna be announced the next day. And yun lang. Voila! You will already have your 500 pesos in your PDAX account. O saan ka pa? Sige na, and by the way ha, marami magandang news sa PDAX. I think the last one na sinabi ko during my live, they actually just got a $50 million funding from Tiger Capital. And congratulations to all of the founders and leaders of PDAX. So with that said, maraming salamat kay Miranda. And I love you 3,000. Hashtag PDAX Empowered Pinoy. Hey ka Miranda, visit us at www.globalmirandaminor.com. And all of us, let's get to see what we have soon in store. Our website is designed for you as a student to know what do we have to offer, what we discussed every day, and what are the things that we have in our courses. Let's try to look for all of our courses. We have Crypto Primer, Beginner Classes, Intermediate, Combo 1, Combo 2, Mentoring, Elite Package, and Corporate Booking. Let's try to click for the beginner class. Here you will see all of the details that you need to know bilang isang beginner student, the learning modules, requirements, etc. I look forward to seeing you and visiting our website for you to know our schedules and for you to become very, very profitable very soon. See you, Miranda. Miranda, good news. We're actually live as well in Spotify. If you're a Spotify fanatic, please follow us there and listen to our audio podcasts. We're actually coming from a name of Global Miranda Minor Group. Nako, napaka-paborito ko talaga yung mga magagandang audio dyan tulad ng The Power of Yet, The Millionaire Mindset, How Did I Get My First Million, How to Avoid Liquidations. Hey! Kamusta ka na? Kamusta ang iyong buwan ng mga puso, ha? Meron ka na ba date? Sinagot ka na ba ng crush mo? Nagpo-post ka na ba? Nagparamdam ka na ba? Ginalaw mo ba yung baso, ha? Alright, I would like to officially invite you and cordially would like to invite you to pass your gift of love and knowledge to your loved one and to yourself. Di ba parang isang bouquet of rose lang na 2,000 pesos? Ngayon, you could actually learn everything about cryptocurrency, blockchain, Ethereum, DeFi, NFT, etc. just worth 1,500 pesos at hindi lang dyan. Bukod pa dito, you can have access for 1 week of all of these discussion for 8 hours na i-cover natin within the Crypto Primer after the class. If you're interested, please enroll now and visit us in www.globalmirandaminor.com for more details. O, saan ka pa, di ba? Ilang araw na lang, 3 days na lang. Samahan mo ako and I would like you to become my date. Alright, that's it actually guys. So, Global Miranda Minor, Elite University presents to you the Crypto Primer where I will discuss everything about crypto all in one course. Thank you guys and I will see you. I love you, Miranda. Salamat! Hello. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat o gabi. This is Coach Miranda Minor at binabati ko po kayo ng isang magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat and I hope you're doing well today. Napakaganda po ng araw ngayon. Today is a Real Talk Wednesday. I've been observing yung social media space ng mga nakakaraang oras and I feel the burden, no? I feel the burden, hindi pwedeng tayo lang yung profitable. There should be some part of us that aside from teaching the university, dapat magkaroon tayo ng continuous concern sa ating community. Hindi kasi pwedeng tayo lang lagi na may profits. We need to share it, no? And I would like to use this platform, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to encourage and drive encouragement. At kung baga, pumitik ng kahit papano. Pumitik ng ilong, ha? Because I want us to be able to really focus on our why. Why are we going to trade? Natutuwa ako, I was actually opening Facebook kanina, yung Facebook group. At alam mo ba, yung unang-unang post na ginawa ko dyan was way back May 7 of 2021. Natutuwa ako kasi nagpo-post pa ako doon ng mga listahan ng ano yung mga kailangan kong gawin o ituro. Naalala ko yun, sabi ko pa doon sa isang post, "Oy, meron ba ditong interested kahit 150 lang? Magsimula tayong magturo." I was doing that. And natutuwa ako dahil sa tagal ng panahon, mga ilang buwan na nakalilipas, ito na tayo. No? We are the same Miranda minor kahit lumaki, 51,000, 52,000 subscribers, andito pa din tayo with the same mission na magturo at magbigay ng inspirasyon sa tao. No? So before we officially start our day, I would just like to make sure we all do our daily panata. Sabayan mo ako ha, okay? Daily affirmation and commitment. Ako ay isang disiplinadong crypto trader. I will always plan my trades. I will not enter if it's not my bread and butter trade. I will say no to FOMO dahil I can always earn profits naman in my alpha trades. May tamang signals for buying and selling. Bakit ako? Manghuhula analysis. I will journal my trades because I want to know myself more. I know that my emotions will be known if I write them down. I will treat trading as a business and that since I don't have a boss, I will make myself accountable to my losses. I will do all of this, I promise. Because alam ko, yayaman ako, uunlad ako, I can reach my dreams very soon. Trading is not a sprint, it is a marathon, and I am a millionaire. Millionaire trader, and I have a millionaire mindset. Okay, ulitin po natin ulit. Okay. For some reason nag-auto silent itong si live stream, si over OBS live stream. So, our topic for today is what we call inside out. No? Inside out, ito po ay inspired ng isang pangbatang palabas o pelikula na tumutukoy po doon sa iba't ibang emosyon ng isang bata, no? At for some good reason and creative and aesthetic reasons, the emotions in the head of that child is tumataas. Tumataas siya. Nagmamature. And it's interesting because in that particular movie, merong emotion na joy. And on that joy, ang perspective nung emosyon na joy, hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng sadness na emotion. Because ang iniisip ng joy na emotion, the being joyful can make you learn and become successful. No? The problem there, ladies and gentlemen, is that from a perspective of sadness, yung magandang aha moment ng movie is you need to feel sadness for you to feel eventually the lessons learned. No? There is a dynamic o merong dynamico na dapat nararamdaman muna natin na malulungkot tayo, hindi masamang malungkot. And yung iniisip ng bata, no, it cannot always be sadness. And in fact, sadness was an emotion that was isolated and siloed on that particular movie. So I've named our trading preaching today as Inside Out because I would like to talk about what are the stages of trading grief? What are the stages of trading sadness? No? What are the stages, and why do I still see traders who are what we call people who keep on losing and losing and losing until they spiral down and they form a vicious cycle of losing. May mga traders pa nga dyan na they just enjoy losing. May mga traders dyan that they keep on, looking for reasons to excuse, reasons to excuse themselves, in the long method of trading. Iba-iba eh. So, this is dedicated for this particular type of trader. I want to teach today what you call the 5 steps of trading grief. Okay? And what do I think should be the step after that? Okay? Can you please type number 1 if you are ready? Okay, can you please type number 1 if you are ready? Welcome to those that are watching OFWs. This is all for number 1, or type number 1 if you are ready for our session for today. So, let's start right now. So, first and foremost, meron akong pinost ng mga nakakarang araw. Ang sabi natin dito, a courageous trader isn't always the one that shouts, "I won," with a very big profitable port snap, no? A big port snap with 1,000% profit, A courageous trader is not always like that. Sometimes, a courageous trader is those who whisper after suffering a very big loss, confidently telling himself, "I will never give up. I will learn from this, and I will not do this mistake again. I am very, very profitable." And in real life, people who are courageous aren't always the one who are shouting. In real life, people like you who are silent traders are the ones who are fighting sa lahat ng mga paghihirap na pinaglalabanan natin. For all of the battles that we're winning every day. So as a trader, let's not always think about people who are posting in social media that we're seeing. Okay? Don't make it a point that you start labeling yourself. Just because you saw someone posting this and all of a sudden you call yourself, "No, I'm a loser. No, I'm not good." Isn't it unfair to yourself? It's unfair to yourself that you keep on you already may label ka na sa sarili mo. Nakakita ka lang ng isang post, bigla mo na lang sinisi yung sarili mo na hindi mo talaga magaling mag-trade. So I'd like to start this particular session. You see the lion. You see the lion in the picture. Maybe you don't see, but there's a lion at the background. Okay? There's a lion in the background because it's not always the one that growls. People who are courageous and brave aren't the one that always growls. There are courageous traders who know what they're doing and they just don't tell anyone about it. Alam mo, merong kasabihan. Guys, by the way, in our session today, please feel free to type number 1 whenever you feel you're agreeing with what I'm saying. Hindi ako hingi ng amen dito. Just type number 1. No? Alam mo, di kasabihan tayo, nung ako ay bata, nung ako ay grade 1, sabi ng guro ko, at saka sabi dun sa mga, when I was a young boy, sa isang paaralan, nakalagay dun sa isang sulat sa dingding, do not judge the book by its cover. No? Do not always judge the book by its cover. It's actually a grade school quote. At sabi dun sa quote na yon, do not judge. And my teacher in grade 1 will always tell me, "Oh, kayo mga bata, dapat hindi tayo tumitingin at naghuhusga sa lahat na nakikita nating mga panlabas." And true enough, that made me think. That gave me a sense of curiosity. Because for all the things that I see when I was a young kid, yung social media, the tri-media, the radio, the newspaper, and the TV, the tri-media, wala pong social media before eh. Bata tayo, tri-media, no? So what we see in the TV is all good-looking people, lahat na magaganda in the commercials. There's a concept of beauty and comparison. So, sometimes, I mean, it's kind of oxymoron na sasabihin sa ng guro mo na do not judge the book by its cover. So as a young boy, I tried to think about bakit ganun. I mean, when we are kids, sinuturuan tayong tumingin, no, sa mas malalim na aspeto ng pagkatao. Pero what we're seeing in tri-media is different because people venerate and they adore people who look really good and talk really well. So, there's a sense of curiosity. So, I get to approach my teacher and said, Ma'am, bakit po ganun? And imagine mo a young boy asking that question. So, I asked my teacher, so if that's the case, bakit po ganun? Siyempre, bata pa ako, you know. Ma'am, ba't po yung mga artista may itsura po? No? And you know what? I cannot remember. I cannot forget what she told me. Sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, anak, that's a very good question. Sabi niya, nagtataka ako ba't tinatanong mo yan, no? Sa edad mo. Pero di ka makakalimutan ang sagot niya sa akin. Sabi niya sa akin, anak, if you try to look for, ask your parents as well, sabi niya. Ask your parents on two things. Number one, sabi niya, ask your parents to let you watch other TV programs at makikita mo yung mga tao hindi na naman talagang ganun ng itsura, maganda at maayos, pero sila ay artista. So that made me think. And number two, sabi niya, look at you. Ikaw ba yung pinakagwapong anak nila? Ikaw ba yung pinaka-importanting anak nila? And I'm sure they will answer yes. No? So that made me thinking. Sabi ko, parang okay. Siyempre, I cannot really process those things pa no? Pero hindi ko makakalimutan yun. And I spoke to my parents and I said, so pa, sabi ko, bakit ganun? No? And ganun ako nung batang dami kong tanong. Actually, pag nakasakay kami sa isang sasakyan, I will ask my mom, Ma, bakit merong tulay? Ba't nakataas yung tulay? Ma, bakit yung kulay ng tulay yellow? Ma, bakit dyan sa sukat may mga green dyan na parang net ng mga isda na nakasabit? Yung pala yung golf course yun. Yung mga unang sukat, bikutan guys. May mga golf course dyan dati. Di ba kita mo sa highway? Nakasabit doon, along the highway sa SLEX. May nakasabit dyan. Nakakita ko, Ma, ano yan? O, tanda ako. Sabi niya sa akin, anak, para sa mga ibon yan. Sabi niya sa akin yun. And when I grew up, I said, hindi naman para sa ibon yun, Ma. Para yun sa mga, bola ng di lumagpas. So I was a very, very curious kid. And I'm sure you are like that as well when you were a kid, no? It's not always on what we see. As a matter of fact, ako ay nalulungkot sa mga pagkakataon na nakakita ako ng mga tao na sobrang sikat, no? And for some reason, you always think they're perfect. You always think that they're doing well. You always think that nothing is wrong with them. You always think that they're really, really good. But there's fundamentally wrong. There's fundamentally wrong with what's happening. I would like to introduce to you a term called trading grief. A trading grief, ladies and gentlemen, is a natural response to a trading loss. Ito ay isang emotion kung saan ikaw ay nagsasuffer. Nararamdaman mo ito kung ikaw ay nagkaroon ng malaking pagkatalo sa isang trade. Karaniwan, itong pain na ito, itong sakit na naramdaman nyo, karaniwan ito ay overwhelming. Yung operative word is overwhelming. The pain can be overwhelming. So you may experience all kinds of difficult and unexpected emotions. Siyempre, pagkakita mo dun sa candle na pula at yung port mo na mula, mga emosyong walang pangalan niya, sumasakit yung tiyan mo, yung balakang mo, pinapawisan ka ng malamig, nahihilo ka, ayaw mo nang bumangon, di ka natataranta ka na, lahat nararamdaman mo. And you feel painful. The word is painful. Full, F-U-L, is a suffix na ina-attach sa isang word that means ito ay puno. No? Fearful. No? Fearful, painful, joyful, etc., etc. So it's a painful experience for a particular trader. And the operative word is overwhelming. Ito yung pakiramdam mo na parang everything is happening at the same time na you don't know what's going on. And bilang isang trader, that is an experience that could be very, very frightening because we as traders, we always want to become in control. By the way, guys, this is my very, very first Real Talk Friday where you could see my face. Okay? Really talking to you face to face, no? In your eye to eye. So, it's an unfamiliar feeling. O, sinong ganyan dito? Pag nagtitrade ka, ramdam na ramdam mo sa sarili mo, okay, ramdam na ramdam mo sa sarili mo na, alam mo yun, just give me a second, guys, no? Give me a second. Okay. There we go. So let's go now after processing the definition of overwhelming grief, no, or overwhelming pain. Let's talk about who are those individuals. Diba? Let's go down the history lane. Let's go down the history lane and let's talk about those people na nawala. Because akala natin they're very, very good, they're very, very famous, they're very powerful. Throughout the many years, throughout the ages. There are a couple of people that unfortunately, irrespective of reasons and status, people taking their lives are real. Grief, ladies and gentlemen, yung grief o yung sakit ng pagkawala, or your anxiety, or whatever reasons, I don't know those reasons. But if you don't really address the reason, kahit anong galing mo, ganda mo, kapangyarihan mo, lahat na nasa iyo na. Everything is with you already and all of a sudden, apparently something is brewing inside you. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not just within the women. If you look at the history lane, even on man, alam nyo ba, even Adolf Hitler, diba? Look at these individuals. These individuals are famous. It looks like they have everything. It looks like they have everything from their end. Diba? It looks like that they have everything, that's very, very good for them. Pero at the end of the day, irrespective of reasons and status, people take their lives for real. Yung experience mo na mawalan ka ng isang trade, the experience of you losing your trades. Guys, can you comment down below? Magkano ang pinakamalaki mong talo? Can you please just comment? It's okay, no? Give me siguro ballpark figures. How much? Ako, you guys know I've lost 50,000 pesos. Sinasabi ko yun sa university. Diba? How much? How much is your biggest loss? $3,000, $200,000, 11 VTC. I know you, King Vialu. Thank you. Estudyante ko yan. 20K for wipeout. 900 USD. Iba-iba eh. 800,000. Woo. Wow. 100,000, 50K, 50,000 pesos. All of that. 6 digits. Ang laki. Diba? 5K in one night. In my first trade, 20x leverage. I'm so greedy that time. All of us are coming from a trading loss. So alam natin ano yung pakiramdam ng matalo. Alam natin kung ano ba yung totoong pakiramdam ng matatalo ka. Ang kinakausap ko ngayon, yung tao na natalo, yes. And appear tayo dahil ako din, naranasan ko na matalo. And alam niyo ba, itong isang trader na to, Bill Huang's Archegos Capital Management, no, Archegos Capital Management, they lost actually 20 billion in 2 days. No individual has lost so much money so quickly. And the reason, itong social experiment na ito, the reason why I've asked you guys to write down your biggest trading loss is I would like you to become aware that it's not just you. Hindi ka nag-iisa. Akala mo ikaw na yung pinakamalaking pagkatalo? Akala mo you've actually lost the whole world? Then ladies and gentlemen, this community, this winning community, used to be traders who have lost money because of certain reasons. So irrespective of amounts and irrespective of race, gender, irrespective of your background, community, losses can always happen. And ladies and gentlemen, even if you are not a retailer, I'm telling you even big companies can also lose. Not just individuals. Right? Google says there's a lot of big banks that are traders and unfortunately may mga unscrupulous traders sila, mga rogue traders kumbaga, I remember that are trading and they lost. At the end of the day, I would just like to set the ground context. I want to set the ground context right now that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to the right community. The community that used to lose money. Diba? I'm talking to the right community and I'm happy because my topic is very, 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 very akma para sa community. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who has also answered, who did not answer rather. And you're probably shy, you're probably just listening. You're probably here because, ni-refer sa akin niya si Miranda, I just want to listen. And if you're listening and you're one of those listeners right now, you just want to listen, that's okay. I don't want you to show yourself, that's okay. If you're a watcher and you're listening to this over a replay or in Spotify, I want you to reflect that hindi lang ikaw nag-iisa. Hindi lang ikaw nag-iisa, maraming natatalo. But there are stages that I think there are two roads, no? The first road that I'm going to talk to you about is what you call the long method of trading grief, no? According to, pinabasihan ko si Kubler-Ross, no? Kubler-Ross is actually a author of the 5 stages of grief. Sabi ni Kubler-Ross, may tinatawag tayong unang-una, denial. Number 2, anger. Number 3, bargaining. Number 4, depression. Number 5, acceptance. Pakiulit niyan guys. Can you please type number 1 if you understood? Okay? Let me just try to change my camera. Okay. Please type number 1 if you understood denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Okay. I'm just observing mga nagna-number 1 dyan. Okay. Ang dami na number 1. Thank you. Okay. So, on the 5 stages of grief, in my perspective, meron din tayong 5 long phases of trading grief. So, Miranda Miner is going to introduce to you what I call the 5 phases of trading grief. Okay? The 5 phases of trading grief, which I would just like to, compare with the Kubler-Ross model. And here, you will notice that on the 5 long phases of trading grief, what I'd like you guys to comment is type number 1 kung dinaanan mo na yung phases na ito. I want you guys to type number 1 if this particular phase is dinaanan mo na in your trading life. Okay, let's do this. Number 1, the first phase of the Miranda Minor trading grief is what I call denial of the wrong behaviors. Sabi ni Kubler-Ross, there's gonna be denial. The trader first step or the first phase is wrong behaviors denial. The second phase is anger or revenge trading. The second step is anger or revenge trading. The third step or the third phase is bargaining, meeting halfway. Number 4, capitulation or giving up or depression. Ayaw na mag-trade. And then lastly is our acceptance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a long phase in trading grief. Later on, after this show or preaching, gusto kong mag-introduce ng another phase on how to process trading grief. Sa palagay ko, mas lalong humahaba ang ating phases because meron tayong pinagdadaanang mali. I think we are processing it incorrectly. With due respect with Kubler-Ross, I totally understand that there is what you call a DABDA syndrome, no, or DABDA phase. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Ulitin ko DABDA ha. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. With due respect, I do acknowledge that, no. However, in trading, I think it's appropriate that we use that. However, I believe that we can actually try to abbreviate this from 5 steps to 2 steps. 2 to 3 steps rather. I think there are unnecessary and irrelevant steps na pwede na nating i-shortcut. And you, I'm telling you right now, Mr. Trader or Miss Trader, I can guarantee you, one way or another, ikaw at ako, dumaan sa proseso na ito. Type number 1 if you agree with that. Type number 1 if you agree on what's actually written on the left side. No, right side. Tama ba ako? Ito, yun. There you go, yan. Nag-agree ka ba dyan? If you agree on that, please type number 1. Type number 1 if you underwent this phase. No? Yung iba sa atin, wala pa sa acceptance, to be honest. And my problem is, kaya I called it inside out. The problem with majority of the traders is they have not been even done on the first 2 phase. The problem with us, ladies and gentlemen, is as a trader, we are not even moving forward on denying the wrong behaviors. Stopping trading yet. Hindi ka pa nagkakapitulate. The problem with us, ladies and gentlemen, traders, is that we keep on going with the wrong behaviors and we don't even understand or acknowledge the behavior. The problem with many of us is that we keep on denying that we are doing things the wrong way. We keep on denying, and you honestly can tell me right now, why are you still not profitable? Nakalagpas ka ng step 1. Naka-step 2 ka ngayon. Revenge. Galit ka eh. Ba naman tong market na to? Makakaurat na. Kakainis ka, ginagalit mo. Sige, tatayaan kita ng mas malaki. Nakakainis ka, tatayaan kita ng mas malaki dyan. Nako. Ha? Ikaw market ka, nakakainis ka na eh. Ha? Hindi na ako natutuwa sa'yo. Hindi mo ako pinapanalo, dodoblihin ko yung taya ko, kala mo ha? Dodoblihin ko to. Dodoblihin ko talaga to na bahala na si Batman. And that is the problem. We're stuck with the revenge mindset. We are stuck with denying that we are doing the things incorrectly. So let's try to move on. I want to introduce to you this particular trader. This particular trader is what I call the trader in denial. Maraming ganito. Napakaraming ganito. Alam mo yun, yung mga trader na hindi. I think, ito, bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, huwag mo magagalit, ha? Ito na. Yung mga ganitong trader eh. Ito mga klaseng ganitong trader, what they feel is that if the system, right, if the system is asking them to do XYZ things, pinapahirapan sila, ay, hindi para sa akin yan. Hindi yan para sa akin. Ang daming pinapagawa. Ano ba naman yun? Ba't ang dami-daming pinapagawa sa akin? Pinapagawa sa akin mag-journal. Pinapagawa sa akin magkaroon ng portfolio management. Di ba? Pinapagawa sa akin, just give me a second, guys. Ayan. Pinapagawa po sa akin, mag-journal daw, magkaroon ng portfolio management, magkaroon ng computation na kung ano-ano pa. Magkaroon ng computation, magkaroon ng portfolio staging, magkaroon ng computation ng mathematics, ng standard deviation, magkaroon ng correlation, magkaroon ng kung ano-ano. Di ba? Lahat pinapagawa. Ang daming bawal. Stay defensive, stay defensive. Am I correct? Have you seen traders like that? Naiinis na. Ayoko na, coach. Ang dami mong pinapagawa. Pinapa-journal mo kami, pinapa-trading rules mo kami, pinapagawa mo lahat to, XYZ. Ano ba naman yan? Ayoko. And because it's a painful experience, what do we do, ladies and gentlemen? We find a shortcut. Ay, hindi para sa akin to, ayoko. Ayoko talaga yun. Ang hirap eh. Ang dami pinapagawa. Tapos pag nag-profit na, sasabihin mo, ay, oo nga no. Gawin ko na kaya yan. Ay, hindi, bukas na lang. Bukas ka na lang. Uy, ang galing. Ay, ang galing daming testimony. Ay, ang galing naman nun, no? Ay, grabe talaga. Ang galing. Tapos you're going to ask yourself, ay, hindi naman pa talaga. Ang dami pinapagawa. Ayoko. Ayoko talaga niyan. Diba? Ayoko talagang alam mo yon, at the end of the day, may napa-journal ka dyan. Ang dami gustong gawin. Ang coach, ang bilis-bilis ng crypto. Ang dami mong pinapagawa. Ano ba yan? You deny the problem. The problem, okay, the problem about you is you. Diba? And let me tell you why. Why are you in denial? Because, unang-una, you don't want to acknowledge the problem. You don't want to acknowledge the problem? Bakit? Sige nga. Oh, meron kang marites na kapitbahay diyan. No? Yung kapitbahay mong yan, yung marites na yan, ha? May nagsabi sa'yo, oy, alam mo ba? Alam mo ba yung kapitbahay natin yan? Ano yan eh? Hindi naliligo yan eh. Hindi naliligo. And ako talaga, alam mo, hindi ka talaga naliligo. Alam mo naman yun. Siyempre, di ka naman pumapasok. Nag-work at home ka lang. Dati, araw-araw ka naliligo. Talagang base na base ka. Corporate na corporate ka dati. Diba? Eh ngayon, siyempre, work at home ka, hindi ka naliligo. Eh, chinismis ka. Chinismis, sabi nung kapitbahay mo, hindi naliligo yan. But that's the reality. And you deny it. Diba? You deny it. And eventually, you don't, it becomes a habit of denying and you don't acknowledge the problem. And that is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. When we are traders, if we don't accept that there is a problem, you're prolonging the problem. You're prolonging the agony. O ano pa yung mga reality dito? Sino dito yung takot sa doktor? Ayoko talaga, coach. Anong talaga, coach? Kasi baka ma-discover ni doktor eh. Ayaw magpa-doktor, ayaw magpa-ospital. Ayaw magpa-check up. Ha? Ayaw magpa-check up. Oh. Ayaw magpa-check up. Ang nangyari, hindi okay lang yun. Sakit na yung siya niya. Sobrang dami ng nararamdaman. Ayaw magpa-check. Siya daw yung expert. Oh. Ano nangyari? What happened? What happened? Diba? Eventually, malala na pala yung problema. So, hindi lang ang trading ang may deny, pati regular na tao. Diba? Hindi na. Ano lang ako, self-learning na lang ako. No? May problema ka na, ang tanong mo ano kaya itong sakit dito? Ano kaya itong tumutubo sa balat ko? Ano kaya to? Katanong mo to sa social Facebook group, Panginoon ko. Pumunta ka sa ospital, oy. Ano, social media sa'yo? At least right now, may mga online forums, yung mga experts. Pero pag nilagay mo, kunyari, meron ka tumutubong sakit or something, pumunta ka dun sa forum ng mga nagtitinda ng mga isda. Diba? Ano sasabihin sa'yo dun? Pumunta ka sa doktor, uy. So traders in denial, ladies and gentlemen, is reality. And I hope itong camera ko mag-work, ha? Kapalit lang, mahal-mahal ng camera natin yung nag-work. Diba? Hindi nag-work. Anyways. So, traders in denial. Diba? So, after nito, yung pangalawa na, tapos na siya, in-accept niya na eh. Uy, talagang mali ako, talagang high leverage trader talaga ako. Talaga. Yung nagpaplano ng trades eh. Talaga. Ganun talaga ako eh. Talaga, ganun talaga. Then you became a revenge trader. Diba? O sige na. Tanggapin ko na. May problema eh. Di lalabanan ko na lang. Oo talaga. Diba? You were denying the problem. Ang gusto mo, lilipat-lipat ka ng trader mentor mo. Ayoko yung mentor na to, ang daming pinagagawa. Doon na lang ako sa kabila. Itong mentor na to, ang daming kinokorek sa buhay ko. Itong nagtuturo to, ang daming gustong pagawain. Ayoko namang gawin. Diba? You became a revenge trader. Naiinis ka na sa mundo, hindi ka manalo-nalo, hindi mo nga alam yung problema on the first place. Puro ka talo. So what is revenge trading? Revenge trading is the second step of the trading grief. Pagkatapos mo, meron kang denial of the problem, then there becomes a revenge trader. There comes a revenge trading mindset. Diba? Becomes a trading mindset. Alam mo yung marami nagiging hapon eh. Marami nagiging hapon. Sa totoo lang, ano yung mga nangyari sa hapon? Nakamura syndrome. Makabawi syndrome. Nakamura. Okay na yan. Pwede na, pasukan mo na. Mga plano-plano. Yung mga 618, wala nang kwenta yun. Oo, pasukan mo na yung loan, lower loan na talaga yan. Revenge na Nakamura syndrome. Diba? People karoon ng technical difficulty, no? Lang ako ng technical kasi I'm trying to preach something very, very, very important. Okay? So revenge trading. Revenge trading. What is the next one? Ito na gagawin ko na talaga tong system mo. Gagawin ko na talaga tong system mo, pero coach, pwede bang wala ng journaling? Coach, sige na. Sige na coach, pagbigyan mo na ako. Coach, promise na to. Susundin ko talaga yung system mo, pero pwede bang mga 50x? Coach, gagawin ko talaga to. Promise talaga, Coach. Coach, I promise talaga, pero pwede bang mga 45x? 'Di ba? Ganyan tayo eh. Para lang tayo maka-move on at maging because we're denying the problem, our sickness. Tinatago-tago mo, ayaw mong sabihin, sige, ayoko talaga, Coach, magsulat. Tamad talaga ako, Coach eh. Yun ang problema eh. That is the problem. The problem, ladies and gentlemen, is if it doesn't work, if it doesn't serve you, then you're trying to bend the rules. Alam mo naman, yun yung sistema eh. You know that the system tells you become conservative, become defensive. Sige na, Coach. Yan na. Sige na, Coach, bati na tayo. Sorry na, pitikin mo na lang ilong ko bukas. Coach, talaga, promise talaga, last ko na talaga gamitin to. Bukas mo na patikin yung ilong ko. And even in our daily lives, guys, not just in trading. In our daily lives, ganyan tayo bilang traders, ganyan tayo bilang tao. 'Di ba? We negotiate. We bargain. We bargain to at least it meets our expectations kasi minsan there are non-negotiables dapat in trading. Pag sinabi nating mag-journal ka, mag-journal ka. How and why is journaling very, 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 very important? Why is it very, very important? Because a lot of us are solving the symptoms. A lot of us, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you right now, a lot of us, ang karaniwan sa ginagawa natin, huy, may sipon ka. Ay, mag-niyusip ka nga. Tama naman yung sagot. 'Di ba? Pagpabalik-balik yung symptom na yan. Ang problema ba, sipon o meron kang allergy? Uy, alam mo, bagsak ka sa course. Bagsak ka dyan eh. Oo. Ay, alam ko na. Mag-extra project ako kay sir para pumasa ako. But the problem is that you're not going to the school. Hindi ka pumapasok. And a lot of us as traders, pag hindi ka nananalo, sige, I'm going to do it better this time. Paano? Anong better this time? Alam mo ba yung problema? Do you even know the problem? A lot of us, ladies and gentlemen, we keep on correcting what the symptom is. And to be honest, sabi nga ng doktor, if the symptom persists, consult your doctor. Ginagamot niyo yung symptom. You're not addressing the root cause. Type number 1 kung minsan ganyan ka sa buhay mo. No? Yung asawa mo, kuda ng kuda. Ang sakit. Alam mo, huwag kayong maging nagger, ha? Sabi nga biblically speaking, sabi ng scripture, better na sa isang asawa na titira sa bubong niya kung puro kayo nag. 'Di ba? Yung asawa mo, kuda ng kuda. Bakit kuda ng kuda yan? Anong problema? I-solve ninyo. Ba't kuda ng kuda? Wag mo sabihin, huwag kang kumuda, huwag kang magnag. You're not solving the problem. You need to understand your wife. What's the problem? Ba't nagnanag yung asawa? Ba't tawag doon? Bakit nagnanag? Di ko alam ang Tagalog. Yun, ba't nagnenermon? Di ba? So at the end of the day, even in everything that we do, nagkaroon ka ng sugat. Ginamot mo, betadine. Nagasugat ka ulit, betadine, kasugat ka ulit. Yung pala, there's a problem with the blood. You're diabetic pala. Ayun, bubunga nga, yes. Di ba? Nagbubunga nga yung asawa mo, araw-araw na ginawa ng Diyos. And what's the problem? Do you think she is the problem? She's not the problem. The problem is something else. Ano ba yung pinag-uusapan nyo? Ano yung pinag-aawayan nyo lagi? Yun ang isolve nyo. Umuwi ka ng gabi. 2:00 ka na umuwi. 4:00. Parang Justin. 4:00 ka na umuwi. Tingin mo, hindi ka bubunga nga ng asawa mo? Diba? So sabi ng isang estudyante, alam mo, ang hirap talaga niya ni coach. Ang dami kasi pinapagawa talaga niya, alam mo. Ang slides niyan 15 hours per 15 hours talaga 'yan. Tapos again, I'm not naming names, no. Ingat po. May mga Trader Friday, Mentor Monday, ha. Ingat. Why? Because people are bending backwards to what they want. Okay, mas pinapayagan ako dito. Mas parang komportable ako dito kasi hindi mahigpit dito. Hindi mahigpit dito. Mas talagang pinapayagan ako. I can do what I want on my own. Diba? Hindi para sa akin yung system na yan. Talaga. But you notice there's a lot of profitable traders. The problem with us as traders, hindi mo pa nga nasusubukan yung buong sistema, bumibigay ka na. Ayoko na, doon na tayo sa iba. The problem with us as traders is if it does not work with what we want and where we are comfortable, real talk. If we're not comfortable, then we get out. We avoid. If we're not comfortable in a particular situation, it's an unfamiliar territory, we avoid the situations. Why? Because unfamiliar territories make us experience unfamiliar emotions. Naturally, bilang isang tao, iniisip natin bilang isang tao, we need to be in control. Pero traders, listen and wake up. When you are in the market, you are never in control. You could only avoid and increase your winning rate. The market can always prove you wrong. The problem with us traders is that we keep on wanting what works for us. If it doesn't work for us, lilipat ako. Doon ako sa kabila, yung mas maganda, mas mabilis, mas simple, mas walang trabaho, mas okay, kuya ko, may trading bot naman eh. Ha? May trading bot, doon na lang. Oo, manalo pa doon. Daming tinuturo. Akala ko bang nandito ka para mag-business? I thought you're here to become very, very profitable like a lot of people I'm posting. A lot of us, if it's unfamiliar territory, we get scared. Ayoko na dito, hindi ko alam to talaga. Marami mga tinuturo, mga S equal STDEV, open parenthesis, function or a range of S26 to F26. Hindi para sa akin yung trading talaga. Talaga, hindi talaga para sa akin to. Nihilo ko eh. And yet we complain that we are not profitable because we're not allowing ourselves to get out and go to the unfamiliar territories, guys. How can you test yourself? How can a baby eagle test the spread of his wings or her wings if the mother won't kick the bird and fly out to the open air? How can you experience learning if you're not willing to experience unfamiliar territories? Gusto mo lagi dun sa madali. Yung hindi ka pinapakailaman, hindi ka sinasabihin mag-journal. Gusto mo lagi dun. Diba? Tapos, yung fourth step, yung capitulation, ayoko na, coach. Ayoko na talaga to. I wanna give up on this already. This is not for me. This system is not for me, coach. Ang hirap, pinag-journal mo ako araw-araw. Tapos, ito pa, dahil sa gusto mong, sobrang dami mong gustong matutunan na we're simplifying for you, nakinig sa iba. Ano kaya tinuturo ng ibang mentor? Tapos may nagsama-sama mo, meron ng Ichimoku, meron ng Fibonacci, may moving average, naging Christmas light na yung charts mo. Ano nangyari? Nahilo ka, di ba? Sinong nahilo sa atin? Tapos babalik ka. Hey, coach, pasensya ko na talaga, coach. Talaga, oo. Then eventually, you give up as a trader. This is not really for me. But the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, you did not really even understand what's wrong because you're not journaling. And you are not journaling, you don't know the person who is trading. Hindi mo kilala yung taong yun. Alam mo kasi pag sinulat mo to, malalaman mo, hindi ko kasi ginawa itong 618. Kasi talagang hindi ako nag-position size. Hindi kasi ako naging defensive. Kasi sinugal ko yung trades ko. How can you get to know yourself if you are not journaling? And eventually, you try to find another solution that's not even fit to the problem. You're looking for solutions that will help you, will serve your purpose, and eventually, end of the day, you will cry, hindi po ako profitable, and you give up. They accept the problem. My problem here, ladies and gentlemen, is majority of the traders that I have today, some of them don't even graduate from capitulation. Some of the traders, sa unang phase pa lang, nawala na, denial na forever. Number 2, revenge traders na forever. Number 3, bargaining na lang ng bargaining, whatever works. Number 4, nag-give up na. And that is the problem. They succumbed from depression and they gave up. They never accepted the problem and solved for it. And that is the problem po, mga traders. If we succumb on depression and giving up on trading, bye-bye ka na. But that is not the purpose of this live. That is not the purpose of this Spotify session or this video for you. There's a reason ba't nandito ka. May rason ba't ka nandito. There is a reason why you're here and why you're listening to me right now. That reason is for you to know that there is an acceptance phase. Sabi ng isang napakasikat na author ng isang libro, si Sun Tzu, author yan ng isang librong Art of War, no? He used to be a Chinese general. And if you would like to become a very good trader and a very good leader someday, please read this book. I would highly recommend this book for you. Sabi dito, if you know your enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. But if you neither know yourself and your enemies, you will have countless losses. Ulitin ko If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you do not fear the results of 100 battles. What does that mean? Awareness of yourself. Awareness of us. Ano yung ugali mo pag nakaharap ka sa trading desk? Yung iba nga dyan, wala pang trading desk. Magkatapatan tayo Yung iba dyan, walang trading desk, cellphone. That's fine. My problem with that is nasa CR ka, nagtitrade ka. Tama? Jingle ka lang, ka, nasa trade ka. Tama? Nanonood ka ng Korean novela, bigla mo naisipang mag-trade. Nag-post yung isang Twitter pina-follow mo. Mukhang maganda yung post. Bumili ka na, iniisip. Tama? Diba? Matutulog ka na, bigla nakatakang post, parang may nag-hype. Tumaya ka, paggising mo, wipe out ka na. Am I correct? Am I correct, guys? Di ba? Meron kang kadate, kumakain ka sa restaurant, pinulap mo yung phone mo, bilang ka nag-trade, enter, order, boom. Trading desk. Hindi trading bowl. Trading desk, hindi trading bed. Trading desk, hindi trading dining table. Trading desk, guys. Magbabaylong ka sa CR, nagda-dump na yung price. Diba? Nagdabaylong ka sa CR, Panginoon, yung price nagda-dump. Seriously, guys. How can you get to know yourself if you're not even journaling? Diba? How can we get to know ourselves more, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't even write down our emotions? What do we feel about the situations? Meron akong isang pastor, pinanood ko siya. Maganda yung preaching niya and I would like to give him credits on this picture. Meron silang isang kapitbahay. Itong puno na ito bumagsak. Bumagsak yung puno. And alam mo, the tree looks very, very, very strong and sturdy. The tree looks very, very strong by look at the leaves. Sobrang berde, sobrang lago. And for some reason, the tree just fell. Tinamaan yung kotse ng kapitbahay niya. And I would like to kind of give a comparison of this in the trading lives of us traders. Sometimes sobrang ganda na pinakikita eh. Berde-berde. Lalago ng mga daon. Lalago. The tree is very strong years already. Nagulat yung kapitbahay nung nangyari. Biglang tumumba, natumbaan yung kotse. Diba? Natumbahan yung kotse. And what is the problem there, ladies and gentlemen? What is the problem there? Anyone guess what's the problem? Can you type number 1? Manghula nga kayo. What's the problem, guys? What do you think is the problem? Ba't sabi ni Martinico? Romel, sabi niya, weak foundation. Sabi ni Charles, yung roots. No strong foundation. Maganda yung sagot ni Ma'am Shay, the roots were rotting under. Mali yung pinagpark na kotse. Rotting under, that may sakit. And sometimes, guys, as a trader, let's not chase all the shining ports. Let's not chase all the shining port snaps. We need to look down deeper. When we're looking for a mentor, when we're looking for a system, or a teacher, huwag kayong mamili ng teacher na matuturuan kayo ng mas madali. Doon kayo sa teacher na ituturo sa inyo lahat, the hard way, the good way, the easy way, the bad, the things, the good, and everything. Karaniwan sa nakikita natin ngayon, puro berde, until it fall on you. Because true enough, under the tree is a rotting root. Sobrang ganda ng puno, pero yung ilalim binubukbok. There's a lot of that today, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of traders who look good at the outside, but fundamentally and culturally, and the foundation is weak. If we would like to grow as a trader, then come on, guys, we need to focus on the right roots. We need to build strong foundation, and besides, we're gonna be here for the long run. We're not gonna be here for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months. We're gonna be here for years to come, decades to come. And that needs very, very strong foundation. That needs very strong foundation. Kailangan niya ng isang malaking ugat na matatag na hindi ka pwedeng ugain. Magpa-train ka doon sa taong hinubog na ng panahon. Magpa-train ka doon sa mga tao na concerned sa'yo. At the end of the day, hindi tayo concerned doon sa pagandahan ng port snap. The system and the training that I'm giving to all of you has been harnessed by many, many years of experience. Do not be fooled by port snaps everywhere and be mentored everywhere. Sometimes, familiarity, sabi nga nila, rarity breeds admiration. Rarity wins admiration. Rarity wins admiration. Yung bago, yun yung pinupuri. Be very, 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 very curious of yourself. Do not look for solutions to solve your problems, your invented problems. Kasi hindi mo naman sinusolve yung totoong problema. And the true problem is you don't even know. Because why? Hindi ka naman nagjo-journal eh. Oh. Naghahanap ka ng solusyon, naghahanap ka ng mentor, naghahanap ka ng guru, naghahanap ka ng YouTuber na tuturo sa'yo kasi gusto mo mas madali. Ayaw mo na tinatamaan ka. Ayaw mo nang tinatamaan ka. Ayaw mo nang kino-question ka. Ayaw mo nang namumove yung ego mo eh. Tapos mo sa labas ng ego. Magpatubro ka. And this is the problem to all of our traders. Okay, look at this tree. There's a lot of trees like this. Kala mo gandang green na green yung berding-berding mga dahon. Ang laki ng mga trunks, ng katawan. Ang ganda eh. Boom! Bumagsak. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. When I was looking at the community, medyo naging, kanina I was going back the memory lane, no? In the memory lane of the Facebook group, I would like to commend itong mga traders na to. Sabi rito, ang dami kong notes coach sa video mo, organize ko pa yan. Ito naman, no? Sabi niya, talagang kahit papel lang eh. Kahit hindi Google Sheet, papel. Sinusulat. Sinusulat yung learnings nila. When did you ever write down your problems? When did you ever write down your trading losses, your trading issues? When did you ever spend time trying to reflect on the right behaviors and the wrong behaviors that you've done? When was the last time that you asked yourself, why am I doing these things? May listahan ka ba ng mga problema? May listahan ka ba ng mga issues mo? Do you have a list of all of your trading losses? And do you write down why? And if you don't have, I would like to ask the question why. And I would like to encourage you to try it. Because I'm going to propose to you, instead of the 5 long phases of trading grief, denial of wrong behaviors, revenge trading, bargaining or meeting halfway, capitulation, and acceptance. Instead of 5 long steps, magtanggal tayo ng ibang steps na hindi mo kailangan. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you 3 steps that I think should be our cycle. It starts with accepting and becoming aware of your problems. If you would like to become a very, 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 very profitable traders, and pues, tanggapin mo na may problema, isulat mo, gawan mo ng paraan, i-shortcut mo in a good way, hindi mo na kailangan gawing 2 steps. Denial ka pa eh. Revenge trading ka pa. If it's wrong, you accept it. Sabi nga ng professor ko ng college, if you don't confront it, you confirm it. If you don't confront the behavior, you are saying to yourself, it's okay. If you don't confront what's wrong, you confirm it's okay. If you don't confront the person that keeps on doing bad things to you, then that person feels it is okay. And that is you. The person na nagtitrade ng gabi at nagtitrade ng umaga at nag-journal ng gabi, magkaibang tao yun. The person trading maya-maya versus the person listening to me right now are two different people. Akala mo isa yan? No. There are two different people. One who is agreeing to me right now, I will do this, I will do this, I will follow Miranda Minor. And the other person that trades, biglang lumabas sa kabilang tenga yung napakinggan. Those are two different people. Accept. Become aware of what's the problem. Number 2, habit building and learning. Bakit pangalawa yan? Hindi ba pwedeng learning muna and get to know yourself? Hindi. What's the problem? The problem with a lot of us is that we wanted to look for solutions that fits our shoes. That fits our perspective. Pero tayong template, meron tayong cookie cutter. And if it doesn't fit our cookie cutter, then move on tayo, then that's the problem, guys. Baliktarin natin. Understand what's wrong, and then we look for solutions. Understand what's wrong, and then we look for learnings. Eh, hindi mo pa nga kilala yung sarili mo, doon ka na sa kabilang mentor agad. You don't even know yourself, then you look for the third mentor, the fourth mentor. Or, for example, guys, you're not even, for example, some of you are new to me. Why are you even here? Do you even know your problem? Ba't mo inawanan yung kabilang mentor? If you're not new to this industry, meron na nagturo before, ba't mo iniwanan yun? Do you even know the problem to yourself? And last but not the least, when you know your problem and you solution it, pinaka-importante, you test the market. There is a Japanese term called go to Gemba or Gemba. Gemba is a Japanese term that means the actual place where everything is happening. Sabi nga nila, it's a place where the crime has happened. No? Scene of the crime. That's Gemba in Japanese. It's a Japanese leadership principle that tells their executives, hoy, para matuto ka sa business, bumaba ka dun sa field. Go to the operations where the floor is happening. Go to where the business is happening. So bilang isang trader, we go to Gemba, you go to the trading zone. Mag-trade. I-virtual trades mo. And then, pag hindi ka nanalo, awareness ulit, sulat mo ulit, iikot yan. Mas madali yung 3 kaysa sa 5. Am I correct? Type number 1. Am I correct, guys? Type number 1. Does it make sense? The 3 steps, is it simpler than the 5? Walang revenge trading? In our trading lives, as we kind of go along, I know, sabi nga ng panata kanina, I know you will become very, very successful and millionaire trader. But it starts with awareness of yourself. Forget about what Sun Tzu says. Forget about ano yung sinabi ng mga taong sikat na mga unang henerasyon. Let's look at the present scenario. Look at what Miranda Minor is saying. Your awareness of yourself, understanding kung ano yung mali by journaling, is the fundamental discipline of a trader. Meron ba dito, nagtitinda kayo ng pizza? Papayag ba kayo na walang order slip at wala kayong inventory of the pizza tapos wala kayong recording ng mga benta nyo? Papayag ba kayong gano'n? In every business, there is what you call a journal of trades, journal of sales. And in trading, because it's a business, hindi po ito hobby, hindi po ito trabaho, ito po ay negosyo, you need to write down what's wrong. Either with people, process, tools, policies, etc. And one of the many things, actually sa corporate world, ang ginagawa namin dyan, no? to understand what's wrong. We do our Six Sigma process. We do our DMAIC. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Ngayon, if there's nothing to improve, which is gonna be a redo of a process, it becomes DMADV. Hindi na siya DMAIC. Process improvements, it starts with what? Yung Kaizens, di ba? PDCAs, Plan, Develop, Control, and Act. Di ba? Madami mga ganyang leadership and management approaches to understand actionable areas. Mga RACIs, responsible, accountable, consult, and inform. Napakarami pong ganyan, guys. And what do those very, very big corporations do? Like, multinational companies, what do? They have a very, very effective system of monitoring and process improvements. What do those big companies do? Diba? They do process engineering. And by the way, just as you know, for Six Sigma, diba? You have defined in the definition of terms, you do delimitation of your project. You do scope limitations. You set down your project charter and your definition of terms. You gather data. Measurement is the second. The question is, how would you know that you have problems of using high leverage if you don't have data in front of you? How would you know that you are good in scalping kung wala kang journal of trades ng lahat ng tinitrades mo? Yung binibigay kong trading sa inyo na portfolio na libre, makikita mo doon, okay, itong trade na to, scalping to. O out of all of your 20 trades, ano yung pinakamagaling mong trades? Sige, out of 16 out of 20, puro scalping wins eh. That's a very good meaningful data for you na ikaw pala ay magaling na scalper. Ano yung karaniwan mo mga wins out of 50 trades? Karamihan mo mga wins, mga naka 5x lang. Anong oras pwede magandang mag-trade? May oras ka din doon, may data point ka din. So in everything that we do, there's always the right way to do it. And in trading, hindi mo kailangan mag-Six Sigma. Anong kailangan mo? Get to know yourself. How do you get to know yourself? Do I need to hire a psychologist? Do I need to hire a psychiatrist, Miranda Minor? Kailangan ba magkaroon ako ng isang mentor pa? What do I need to do? Simple lang po, isulat nyo po, bakit kayo bumili sa isang trade? Ba't kayo bumili dyan? Ba't natalo yun? Ilagay mo yung journal, kausapin mo yung sarili mo. Natalo ko kasi dito kasi hindi ko talaga pinag-isipan to. Akala ko kasi ganun. And alam mo, after 3 years, 4 years, matatawa ka sa sarili mo. That's what I'm feeling right now. I'm looking at my 2016, 2017, 2018 journals and I'm just, smiling to myself and I said to myself, ay, ganun pala ako dati. I will not be the Miranda Minor that you know if I did not understand myself years ago. Akala niyo pinanganak tayo kahapon? Hindi po. Hindi mo tayo pinanganak kahapon na biglang gumaling agad? Hindi po. Dumaan tayo sa paghihirap, sa pagkatalo, pagjo-journal ng sarili, kilalanin yung sarili, and eventually, we try to understand what's wrong with myself, and then I work on the solution for it. And eventually, you will become like that. You are going to become profitable like the trades that I've shown to you kahapon. Sunod-sunod na panalo in 2 weeks. Come to think about that. Is there something na kinakaing iba tong Miranda Minor na to na hindi ko kinakain? Wala po, parehas tayong kinakain bigas. We eat the same food, we breathe the same air, we drink the same water. What's the difference? Right? What's the difference is experience, getting to know yourself more, and solutioning not the symptoms, adjusting not because you are familiar, feeling the pain because you want to learn and become excellent, put yourself on the unfamiliar situations. Sabi nga ng Bible, the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. If you don't want to accept the truth, then it is going to be your own truth alone. It becomes yours. And only you will get to set yourself free. Hayaan mong maturuan ka ng market. Okay lang magka-red as long as you learn from it. Learn from what the market is giving you right now. Huwag mong hayaan, huwag mong itago. Huwag mo lang i-journal yung green. Journal everything because years from now, matatawa ka sa sarili mo. This is me. Those are gonna be gold mine for you. Pwede mong NFT yan eh. Ha, ang ganda. Yun pala ako dati 4 years ago. Parang journal ng mga, parang nung bata ka sa mga crush mo. Diba? Sulat mo because you will become profitable. You claim that. You claim that. You will become profitable only if you accept, you become aware of yourself, you understand what's wrong, you build your habits, you learn, you undergo the process. Yung proseso ng isang diamond, ba't naging diamond? Akala mo ba, diamond na agad yan na kinuha doon sa bundok? Hindi po. Madumi po yan. Hinahati ng Mika yan. Yung, the only stone or the only material that can cut a diamond, Mika. Diamond is a very strong stone. And ginto, akala niyo ba ginto agad dyan? Nasuot-suot natin sa kwintas natin? Hindi po. Mineral po yan, puro mud. And they undergo a process, a transformation process. Allow yourself to feel the pain of being molded. Allow yourself to feel the pain of being trained na mahirapan ka because you are a diamond in progress. The problem to a lot of us is we don't want to experience pain. We want shortcuts in our lives, in everything that we do. And if it doesn't fit us, we experience pain, we go out and jump out of the window and look for other house that can tolerate our laziness. Real talk, guys. Sometimes tamad tayo. At the end of the day, going back to my topic, ladies and gentlemen, inside out. There are a couple of things that I want to leave to you as a word of inspiration. Balik tayo sa istorya kanina. No? Sabi nung istorya kanina na inside out, sabi nung isang bata doon, hindi, kailangan ko talagang, masaya lang dapat ako eh. Dapat yung word na sadness, hindi mag-i-exist yan sa akin. Yung word na pain, for someone who is new in trading like the girl, na bago, bata, ang iniisip nung emotion na joy, is okay lang, magsaya lang tayo lagi, it's always fun. And the perception of always being fun is enough for the kid. But that ejecting out sadness is something that will make the kid more mature. But in trading as well, when we are kids, happiness isn't always the good teacher. Success, in fact, is a lousy teacher. So in the process of learning, you need to experience unfamiliar emotions, sometimes sadness. Because you are learning. And similar to that kid in Inside Out, eventually she realized that entertaining reflection and having sadness and remorse and accountability and feeling bad of what he did was wrong because because she knew already that being sad is okay. Now in a trading world, journaling and feeling sad for yourself because you journaled a losing trade is perfectly fine because you are learning. And eventually, same as that kid in the story, Inside Out, when that person grows, when that person becomes more mature, there's a balance of emotions. Alam na niya na pag lumulungkot pala, there is an ability for you to hold yourself accountable because you have remorse, you have accountability, you are sad, and you are accountable to the things that you did wrong. And once you do that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you and usher you to a 2024 millionaire table. With that said, maraming salamat ka, Miranda. I hope you learned something out of today. I love you 3,000, and I leave you with this reminder of our panata. God bless you. I love you 3,000 ka, Miranda, and I hope you learn from this. Please don't forget to share our live for today to your friends na kailangan makarinig nito. I'm going to put this in our Spotify as well. And I will make sure that you get to listen to this, at least kahit audio lang, in our Spotify. Maraming salamat guys, at I love you 3,000. Daily affirmation and commitment. Ako ay isang disiplinadong crypto trader. I will always plan my trades. I will not enter if it's not my bread and butter trade. I will say no to FOMO dahil I can always earn profits naman in my alpha trades. May tamang signals for buying and selling. Bakit ako? Manghuhula analysis. I will journal my trades because I want to know myself more. I know that my emotions will be known if I write them down. I will treat trading as a business, and that since I don't have a boss, I will make myself accountable to my losses. I will do all of this, I promise. Because alam ko, yayaman ako, uunlad ako, I can reach my dreams very soon. Trading is not a sprint, it is a marathon, and I am a millionaire. Millionaire trader, and I have a millionaire mindset.